Watch this video before you select automatic payment for your TikTok ad. There are two payment settings when running ad on the TikTok Ads Manager, the manual payment and the automatic payment. Of course, the manual setting is the default setting once you create a TikTok Ads Manager account, right? For automatic payment, you have got to save your card, right? And then upgrade, like here it says upgrade. Now you wonder why I have not upgraded. And if you check down here, I just even added money this morning. Can you see? But again, when you check further, there's no card added here. All right, so how was I able to add this money? I'm going to show you in a moment. Okay, now always you will see this notification. In fact, sometimes it will pop up asking you to upgrade your payment method, okay, to automatic. And here they tell you upgrade to automatic payment and save up to 30% on ads. Under here it says minimize risks of ad suspensions and run ad hustle free. Right now, why this is interesting, I want you to know that once you select this option, you lose control of what happens to your ad. Okay, it's not a problem if you decide to select this, because I have some people who run ad in millions, right? I mean on weekly basis, and some of them on monthly basis, and so they don't want to stress themselves coming all the time to add money, right? But if you are a small advertiser, let me put it that way, you're not spending much. By much I mean you're not spending maybe up to 100,000 in a week, right? It's important that you find a way to always top up your accounts without having to save the card. So whether you see the notification popping up for you to upgrade to automatic payment or you see it here, try carefully to avoid it. That means before you click on any button, read again to be sure that this is not asking you to upgrade your payment method. Okay, so what I normally advise is once you want to add your money, once you over on tools and come to payment, for some people what you see is finance, right? When you click on it, it brings you here, right? So it's now on payment. Okay, so what you now do is to scroll down to add balance. Okay, now if you don't have any money in your account, you might see something here telling you to add fund or balance. Okay, so let's suppose that we want to add from here. I added this one this morning. Okay, so let's suppose we want to add from here. Okay, of course, remember that every money you are adding comes with VAT, 7.5 VAT. Okay, so this one I added now, this 75k, if you check, the total was 80,625 naira, right? So about 5,000 something extra. Okay, so when you click here, which is add balance, it brings up something like this. Okay, so let's say we want to add, let me say 75,000. That's the last amount I added. Now you see the VAT plus the VAT, it gives you this total amount. Okay, so we now click on confirm. Now once you come here and select card, the first thing I want you to do is to scroll down and turn off this. That's the first thing to do. Okay, now if you already have another account and you didn't do that, that means in subsequent ad accounts you are opening, try to do it. Okay, so the question is, what happens if you decide to save it? Now let me show you from this other account, ad accounts. Okay, this is the prompt I told you that normally comes up. Can you see upgrade to automatic payment and save up to 30% on ads, right? Now you can read all they said here. Now if you click here now, you will upgrade to automatic payment. Okay, so what I will normally do is I'll click here to close this. So let's look at this. I have a little balance here, but let's check down here. Can you see a card is added here? Let me try to remove this card. I'll click here and try to remove this card. Let's click on confirm. So can you see I was able to remove this card, right? But if it were to be that I have already upgraded to automatic payment, I wouldn't have been able to remove this card. Okay, so if you add that card and you upgrade to automatic payment, you cannot remove that card again. Okay, let's even see more. Let me click on here so that we'll see more. Okay, you can take your time to see this video, but I want to show you something down here just in a moment. So do you see here the following changes are allowed? Number 1, changing from manual payment to automatic payment. 2, changing from manual payment to monthly invoicing. And 3, changing from automatic payment to monthly invoicing. Can you see there is no provision of changing from automatic payment to manual payment? That means once you switch from manual payment to automatic payment, you cannot reverse it. Okay, and that becomes a challenge. And once that card is trapped to that ad account, it means that once that ad account is suspended, then everything about that card is gone, because you cannot use a card that is suspended or card in an account that is suspended to still run ad anywhere else, even if you open another ad account. So that card is condemned. And of course, once you are suspended, every device connected to that account is also affected. Okay, so the card is affected and every other thing is affected. So the only benefit with automatic payment is that you can run ad without money in your account until you get to a certain threshold. Okay, so just like I have, let's say here I have this amount here. Now if it finishes, supposing I'm running under automatic payment, my ad will not pause. It will continue to run till a certain threshold, and then when I get to maybe extra 10,000 naira after this, they will now debit my card. Okay, but if there's no money in that card when they want to debit it, you might also run the risk of losing your account because your account may be suspended. So if you are adding that card and you're upgrading to automatic payment, it also means that you must have enough money in that card, because anytime they want to debit the card and there's no money in it is an issue, right? So very, very important. Now about the 30% here, this is not really verified, and you need to ask yourself whether this 30% they said you're going to be saving is on a particular ad or on every ad you want to run. Now I did some research and I want you to do the research yourself. Let me just copy this and ask TikTok themselves. Let me come here and ask them to explain this. Let me just say explain this. So from the feedback they will give you here, you see that there is no guarantee that you are really getting this. Okay, so if you read up here, let me just read a few lines for you. So let me just take it up. It says, I haven't found a Red Help Center article to confirm a save up to 30% discount for switching to automatic payments. I can read down, right? So you have to be sure that you are not being trapped into this. Okay, so like I said, the only benefit I see with automatic payment is the fact that if the money in your account finishes, your ad will not pause, but that's still a certain threshold, and once it gets to that threshold and they try to debit your account or your card and there's no money there, you are a soup, right? So you now see that it is better for you not to upgrade to automatic payment. Okay, so once you've unselected this, you can then go ahead to fill in your card details. Okay, so once you are done filling the card details, I'm not going to do that here because I'm not going to pay. Once you are done, you now click on make payments. Okay, so there's no need saving this card. That's why you can see that. Let me close down this. I want to close this down. So that's why you can see that money was added, but there is no card here. Okay, now one advantage this has is that I can still use this card on any other ads manager without having any issues. Okay, of course, even if you added the card here, you can still use it to fund other ads manager accounts, right? But it is better you don't add it. Take your time to always check your balance and then top up your ad credit. Okay, very, very important. Of course, if you've been running ad consistently on TikTok Ads Manager, you notice that they will always send you a notification before your fund finishes. Okay, so when you see the notification, you can come over and add fund, or if you don't want to continue the ad, you can pause it. But of course, you know, if you pause the ad, it is going to affect the settings of that ad. That means that ad will have to resume the learning phase again, and it might struggle to get you result if it has been getting you result earlier. I mean, getting you better result if it's been getting you good results earlier. So it's important to monitor this from time to time. If you're running ad for people, also consider this. Okay, now if you're having any issues with regards to TikTok ad, whether with the app or the ads manager, just let me know in the comment. By the way, if you've not gotten our training, TikTok Ads Made Easy, check the description of this video to see the link to join the training right away so that you can learn more than we are sharing here for free. Okay, don't forget to subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and I'll see you in the next update.